Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thoughts Distilled Talk Show from homebar.io. I'm Kevin, and with me, as always, is Justin.
What's up, Kev?
Hey man, so what are we talking about today?
Today, we are talking about Weller Foolproof.
Weller Foolproof,
We're going to give a nice breakdown review on it, see what all the hype's about. And so first thing that stands out, obviously it's foolproof. You wrote a pretty awesome article recently, which everyone should check out on homebar.io, the differences between foolproof, cast strength, things like that. So what does it mean to be foolproof?
So yeah, what we can do is we can put a link in the description so that people can easily reference that. But basically what we're talking about here is there's different definitions, right, for what a foolproof is versus what a barrel proof versus what a cask strength is. A foolproof just means that what they do is they dilute it back down to whatever it was that it went into the barrel at.
So it's entry proof.
It's entry proof, right? Exactly. So what they'll take is like new make distillate, they'll put it in the barrel, right? And whatever they put it in the barrel at, well, this one was 114 proof. When it is done aging, they'll just go ahead and put more water into it, but bring it back to that 114 number.
And this is non-chill filter, this particular one is.
Okay.
So, so that's it. I mean, obviously this was, I think it was released in 2019, June of 2019. It's the cousin of the OWA, the Old Weller Antique.
Old Weller Antique,
107, so, a little bit more proof points on it. But other than that, the price point is $50. Good luck finding it for $50. I do remember when it first came out, $600 was the standard for at least a year. Then it kind of went down to $3. Now on our homebar.io app, our users who have this bottle have input an average price of about $150, $152. So of all the people that have this bottle, it seems like the average now is about $150. So, honestly, for me, for a allocated bottle, like it's close to the range of what I'd be willing to pay. I did pay about that.
Well, we just want to say it's pretty rare that you're going to find this at a minimum price or a retail price.
The market has decided this is a $150 bottle,
which is funny because like we said, our app tells you that's pretty much the average of what people are paying. And I would say like that's what I've heard around as well, like not through the app. But it can go way up, like Justin, you said, it could go way up. I mean, I've seen a sticker for $800 on this bottle.
No,
so
don't do that, please.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that, what a good range is and all that. But let's back up real quick. Let's talk about the fact that it's a wheated bourbon. So it's going to be a little bit different. But let's talk about Buffalo Trace, right? It comes from Buffalo Trace. And also their wheated mash bill, right? Obviously, it would have to be. But yeah, I mean, that's what kind of makes it also unique. I think a lot of people are kind of jonesing to get their hands on a Weller, really of any kind.
Of any kind, right, exactly.
But this one I think is a little bit special because, again, it's just a higher proof expression is what I'm looking for, higher proof expression of what Buffalo Trace makes in the Weller line. So, and
I just want to say my rule of thumb, and I think I've said it before on here, is if it's a allocated bottle that I really want, like typically I go double MSRP. So I have gone over. I really wanted one of these. Maybe I am part of the problem. I am just, a rabid collector at heart as well. But, triple MSRP. But, again, this is what is going average right now for this bottle, so.
Yeah. Well, I think we talked about it enough. I think everyone just wants to know what it tastes like. So let's
I think so.
Pop
Let's
her open.
Do it.
Awesome. Alright, we're going to do just a little pour of this guy because we have a handful of bottles to do.
Yep. And we're starting off with foolproof. So we're doing the, ass backwards.
Yeah, well.
I guess no one would have known that if I didn't say that. But, but we are.
Hey, that's okay.
Yep.
That's fine. Alright, let's see what we get on the nose. Wow, really nice, actually.
It's sweet. It's got that, I feel like it's got that nutty note you kind of get from like a wheated bourbon.
Yeah, and then a little bit of, I get like soft sweetness, like I typically get from a wheater.
It's got spice. It's got caramel.
Yeah, definitely.
Honey. I get honey too.
Yeah, and for sure. And I feel like that's, for me, I think that's kind of a hallmark of Buffalo Trace. A lot of Buffalo Trace expressions is that it's got that honey flavor, which I really like.
There's some oak on here too. I guess if you know if Eagle Rares and regular Buffalo Trace is Mash Bill 1 and Blanton's and all that is Mash Bill 2, maybe we can call the weeded one Mash Bill 3. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, you know,
I think they just call it the weeded mash bill.
Yeah, I think
sure.
that's it.
Let's just
because what else has the weeded mash bill?
I think just Weller and then and then WLW, right?
Is Pappy not weeded?
It is.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It is.
I think it's the same as
I think it is the same. I think so, but I'm not sure. We'd have to look that up.
Cut that.
Yeah, that's what to say. That's what to say. Well, take that with a grain of salt. We'll look that one up.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
That's good.
I mean,
dig in.
Yeah. Let's just go in for it. Cheers.
That's good. Kind of like a hard candy flavor, and some sort of hard fruit candy, maybe spicy too at first.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think it kind of like starts a little bit spicy, then it goes sweet, and then it kind of ends with a little bit of spice too.
It does, and it's still finishing for me.
Yeah. Oh, it's going pretty far down. Yeah. I mean, I do get a decent amount of oak on it, which I'm kind of surprised about. I can't remember. Did you say years wise they don't release it?
They
right?
don't
They
really.
don't tell you.
They don't really say. I don't know. Maybe 6 to 8
years. Yeah,
something
maybe.
like that. It just seems like it's right around.
But I get a fair amount of oak, and then definitely going to get that, like both pepper and baking spice on this one. Let me try again.
And your standard notes. Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that we got on the nose, we're picking up on the palate. Caramel, and I mean, I kind of get a slight bit of toastiness in there.
It's good.
Yeah, I mean it definitely is good. It doesn't seem like we're saying, too out of, crazy, cool, interesting notes.
Yeah.
But it does have those notes and a lot of character within those notes.
So, all right. Obviously, at the $50 price point, I'd say buy this all day. I'd say value-wise in here, I mean, you attach the name, where it came from. I think it's $100 whiskey, maybe. Maybe 80 to 100. It's certainly not worth 150. Which saying that, and I paid that for it, it just sounds dumb. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get the bottle you want, and then maybe you end up disappointed, or which we're not. But it's not a $100. It's certainly not a $600 bottle of whiskey. It's certainly not a $300, not a $150. I mean, I think up to that $100 range might be fair.
I
personally
think so. It's kind of tough because it's like if you can get your hands on this bottle, you're really going to enjoy it. But as far as what it seems like
it's really good.
Fair range, yeah. You said like around 100 is what you're thinking?
I'd say, yeah. I mean, I'd say value above.
So that's like double because it's normally 50, I believe.
It's retail? 50 is retail, but like, what is retail?
Right.
No, you don't see these things like that.
I mean, I would say,
and screw you to the person that finds it and posts the receipt copy.
I know I kind of feel for this one. I kind of feel a little torn, right? Because I'm like, what is realistic about what someone's going to be able to actually find?
I know, but I mean, and that adds, that's also like one of those factors that kind of adds to the value of the bottle,
right?
So
all right. So what I would say is, I would be okay with paying up to $100. If I saw someone, doing 150 around there, I might go up to 120 if that were the case or something. But I certainly wouldn't keep pushing that factor.
Bottom line, the average price based off our users is 150. It's what we paid.
Right.
So I guess that is the value. So how can I say not to?
Yeah.
But I think the judging just by the juice inside. Oh, I said juice. It's up there.
So this is what I would say. Let's do 2, right? We'll say like, what is the value of the juice inside, and we'll say like, what would you pay for? Don't even worry about what's in the market. What would you say this is worth?
I give it a solid $80. Maybe if I had to give it like a solid number, I'd say 80.
Great, 80. I would say like 80 to $100 personally, and then I would say like, okay, now taking into effect what it normally is, marked up to.
Well, I guess 150.
150, right? That's what we're saying, right?
Yeah.
So I would say, I would go no higher than 150 for any scale.
It's very good.
But we're gonna say value of juice inside, $80, $100.
So what is our official home bar rating? of this bottle. I always go first, so you
go ahead.
Well, no, you go first this time.
Okay.
I got a number in mind. I just want to see.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that this one is. I mean, I just like a lot of Buffalo Trace stuff, and I think that this is great too. Plenty of flavor. I'm gonna say it's an 8.4.
Okay, I was gonna say 8.1.
Oh, okay. So maybe average that to 8.3 or 8.2?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, great. Okay, we'll just go with 8.3.
I think that's fair. It's still good. It's still very enjoyable.
Yeah.
That pesky secondary market and marketing.
Yeah.
Buffalo Trace is not a bourbon company; they're a marketing company. And everyone does it for them.
Yeah,
actually,
they're a marketing company that makes some great bourbon.
Yeah, I was going to say they happen to make some great bourbon too.
Yep.
So this is really good. You know, if you find it at a reasonable price, get your hands on it. But you know, do whatever the hell you want. But you're going to anyways. But that's our suggestion. So it's good stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely good stuff. I think.
What's your favorite? We want to know, what do you have?
Yeah.
You know, we haven't tried everything. You know, we're very limited to what we get, and we're certainly not paying the very high prices. So we have, you know, you can see we have 12-year reserve, antique, and full proof. So that's just what we've tried. Out of the ones, I mean...
Hey, maybe that's another video.
Maybe.
Which one?
What's yours?
So let us know. Comment below. Comment what you think about Weller Full Proof. What do you think that there's other in the Weller line that you like better? We want to hear what you guys think. And of course, if you want to see more videos like this, just make sure to subscribe. And we'd appreciate a like.
And follow us on Instagram too.
We're very active on Instagram.
Oh, by the way, this is going to be on homebar.io, and we have a web app that you can track your inventory and see what people pay for bottles like this.
The average is.
And it's free.
Totally free to sign up. So app.homebar.io/register, and you can sign up for the app. And if you just want to go to homebar.io and see all of our reviews, you can do that too. So, all right. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers, Justin.